Welcome, RVA, to Inspire AI, where we spotlight companies and individuals in the region who are pioneering the development and use of artificial intelligence. I'm Jason McGinty from AI Ready RVA. At AI Ready RVA, our mission is to cultivate AI literacy in the greater Richmond region through awareness, community engagement, education, and advocacy. Today's episode is made possible by Modern Ancients, driving innovation with purpose. Modern Ancients uses AI and strategic insight to help businesses create lasting positive change with their unique journey consulting practice. Find out more about how your business can grow at modernancients.com. And thanks to our listeners for tuning in today. If you or your company would like to be featured in an Inspire AI Richmond episode, please drop us a message. Don't forget to like, share, or follow our content and stay up to date on the latest events for AI Ready RVA. In today's episode, I'm excited to introduce our guest, Chris Mowry, who currently holds the role of CITO, or Chief Information Technology Officer, with the Virginia State Police. He is a Marine Corps veteran and an AI Ready RVA board member. He's lived in Richmond, Virginia for 20 years and has worked for companies like Capital One and Raytheon Technologies. Chris is also passionate about driving technology change with a focus on user experience. Please join me in welcoming Chris to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jason.
Yeah, and Chris, thanks for joining today. I'd like to start the audience off with, tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to join our show today.
Sure. As you mentioned, I've spent 4 years in the Marine Corps. I probably have over 2 decades of experience in tech. Definitely, I'm passionate about innovation, AI, building out community, and just really professional and personal growth. Especially for my fellow veterans. And for me, that kind of joining this show, as we've talked, I think this is an incredible opportunity to share the vision and purpose behind the veteran cohort that we're kicking off. I believe it's a great way to build out community engagement relative to the individual interest, because as we talk all the time, AI is fast moving, and I think by creating the multipliers, aligning our goals to be an AI ready city, which is part of our own mission. We kind of want to share how this initiative can take a meaningful difference, encouraging others to get involved in being AI ready.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that story and for your service, of course.
Thank you.
It's, of course, inspiring to see how you've committed and combined your experience in the Marine Corps with your passion for technology and innovation. The veteran cohort sounds like a truly impactful initiative. So tell us, what are cohorts and why is it a valuable approach to fostering innovation and growth?
Sure. Yeah, this isn't the first cohort we set up. It's probably number 4 or 5 on the list, but the idea is it's really peer-led groups that fit various industries or sectors of society. So it's we got the veterans one, we have women in AI, so multitude. I think with finance as well, and it's essentially just allowing like-minded people to gather and discuss aspects of AI in relation to the reason they're connecting, i.e., like veterans coming in to connect with like-minded folks.
Yeah. So cohorts are peer-led groups that create an environment where individuals come together with shared interests and collaborate. I imagine they are learning from each other and solving problems together. And I think by focusing on community building and aligning discussions to AI, you're not just creating a network, you're creating a movement toward shared goals.
Yes. It's
All
exciting.
Right. How does the cohort model support the mission of AI Ready RVA, and how does the veteran cohort align with that broader mission?
Sure. I think the model allows for the community and specific cohort to form and lead itself. through the support of the education committee. So really, you know, we don't want to, be part of, like, I think manpower wise, we can't be part of all the cohorts and things that'll stand up over time. But what we can do is really support those those led groups, again through our education committee to make sure they really align to the agenda aligns really to the mission of AI Ready RVA, cultivating the AI literacy that we've talked about, multiple times, and I think the veteran cohort is exactly could be one of those too, right? Is kind of that framework to bring strong community and those that have served, bring them together, and also when you look at not only the veterans, but you can see the allies of veterans and even families, because families are really, you ask any vet is a backbone for those veterans.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's well aligned to AI Ready RVA's mission, and being a framework, it also encourages both self-organization and collaboration with the support of the committees to ensure the community remains grounded in the AI literacy mission, right? Uh,
Yes.
so yeah, I think the veteran cohort in particular adds such a powerful dimension to bringing together individuals who have served and creating a space where shared experiences and unique perspectives amplify the broader mission. It's a true testament to the strength of the cohort approach.
Yes, I definitely agree. It's, I think it's going to be one of many that we're going to, kick off. And just like all the other ones, hopefully it'll be just as well received.
Cool. All right. Tell us what kind of support, resources, and training will participants in the veteran cohort receive?
So it's still early exactly how, the veteran cohort will fully support its community. But what I'm thinking and I feel it can help facilitate career transitions, tools that can assist with, mental health, expand on accessibility for those, disabled veterans, really create connections. I think there's a lot of, veteran type of organizations that are out there, but I think this, is another way to do that. And ultimately, those I think are a couple of the things that could come out of it. But ultimately, I'm hoping for us to come together and leverage AI in a way that maybe, I'm not even covering here today. And I think that'll be a win.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you're saying is that the cohort participants will receive guidance from the committee, which will, of course, benefit from the tools that facilitate some of the most important concerns for veterans that you spoke of. And
Yes.
maybe by offering this holistic set of resources, you're also addressing their personal and professional growth.
Yes. And I know we did some early marketing and trying to get some folks. And there's, I have a handful of folks that have reached out. So, it's really organizing, those folks and discuss, what do we want to offer? Because I think I said, I'm just touching on a few. I think there's a lot more that I'm not even covering. I think could come out of this. And then as we talk to families and allies, I can only imagine it'll grow pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, follow the model of AI Ready RVA. You start with a vision and you inspire a few willing participants to invest and commit their time into that vision. And, organically, you will figure out what to do next. I think it will work really well for you.
Yeah, I'm excited about it for sure.
All right, cool. So what outcomes do you hope to see from the veteran cohort in the short and long term?
Sure. I think in the short term, I'm hopeful that, a lot of military families, allies, and vets that are interested engage in how AI can impact them. So it's really getting that message out. So I'm hopeful that some of the efforts that we're going to do, like this, us talking today, some of the marketing that we've put out there, that will start to draw in those groups. And from that foundation, I think the long term is really like connect with some others, other great veteran groups that are out there to then either foster stronger partnerships in the veteran community, connect vets and families to other tools while using AI, but also finding those other vets and those other groups and seeing maybe could leverage AI help as well. So ultimately, I think the long term is how can we really extend AI as a tool to help those not only those groups but vets and families.
Yep. It's a great vision. Building a foundation in the short term, of course,
Mm.
whatever structure is needed to start to unlock AI's potential for the long term, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just clear that the initiative has the potential to create lasting change,
Yeah,
not just
I
within
hope
the
so.
veteran community, but for everyone.
Yes, I really hope so. I think it's, I've talked to a couple of veteran groups, outside of our AI Ready, and there's some interest out there. I think it's really getting it kicked off and going, and I think it'll grow pretty quick
Grassroots efforts with
for sure.
real imagination behind them usually do.
Yes,
All right. What role does the broader RVA community play in supporting the cohort's success?
sure. We have a really successful cohort kickoffs, and a lot of that has been with pushing through our channels like LinkedIn, Instagram, word of mouth. That's been successful. So I think it's the same here is leveraging the people that we already have in AI Ready, members in our organization, and those allies of vets as well. And I think it's just arming them with the information and helping with like the other cohorts getting that word out.
Yeah, definitely involvement is key and
Yes.
making the initiative like this thrive through community involvement. There are so many opportunities to contribute. So spreading the word, like you said, engaging families and allies.
Yes.
Again,
Yeah.
it's a grassroots support effort that takes a lot of people to stand up. Once it gets going, self perpetuates.
Yes. And we've had, I think, really good success with the cohorts that we've stood up by just doing that grassroots effort. So
Yeah,
I would expect this will be the same.
yeah, it definitely strengthens the network and connections
Mhm.
that members of the cohort can build upon.
Yep,
It just kind
for
of
sure.
hands over certain resources to the members and makes it very easy
Hmm.
to one, contribute, and two, take advantage of their personal and professional growth.
I agree.
All right. Tell us, why is it important for veterans to engage with AI and emerging technologies in today's job market?
And I know you know this. I mean, the job market's competitive, right? And I think companies are facing challenges in finding talent, equipped to take, AI related roles because I mean, it's slowly starting to change where like the roles of yesterday are starting to go away, but that doesn't mean there won't be new roles that stand up, from that. So, and I think veterans bring, unique skills, strategic thinking, solving problems under pressure, and just leadership that you learn just by being in the military. I think you pair those with some AI expertise and bring those two together. I think it enhances their ability to innovate and lead through those tech driven environments. So really, in a nutshell, you know it's giving them an opportunity to expand, career options in the new world as we continue to advance AI technology.
Yeah, yeah, such an important point that veterans bring incredible skills to the community. And when you pair that with the incredible technologies, their doors open and
Mhm.
they'll open for the veterans who are leading the drive through the technology change. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, 100%. I think I mean, vets are resilient. If you give them a problem, I mean, they'll figure it out. And if we can arm them with ways to leverage these AI tools. I imagine some don't know the capabilities or even how to scratch some of the basics, and hopefully we'll be able to bring that to them. I think once we start opening those pathways and those doors, it'll take off for them.
Yeah. Well, we happen to have a prepared presentation on the 21st of January, which should probably be the day after this podcast goes live. Get out the notice to your organization, they can see the value of the presentation where it's going to introduce the foundations of artificial intelligence to its audience. It should be live and hopefully recorded, so you can always look back as well.
Yes.
So how can veterans and other interested individuals apply for this program?
Sure. There's a few ways you can go through our website, AI Ready RVA. You can reach out to myself or really anybody on the board. We have plenty of names that are floating out there that you can see. So just reach out to one of the members. Go to the website. Send a message to the group. Someone will get back to you for sure.
Yeah, I think our website developers have recently added a space for cohorts as well. So if you go to aireadyrva.com/cohorts, I would venture to guess you'll
Yeah,
find
I believe that's right.
available cohorts there and hopefully be able to sync up with the right members.
Yes, and like I said, we've been pretty busy out there in the channels, so it won't be hard to find one of us out there.
Yeah, we
making the call.
We are making our way around.
Yes, we are.
So tell me, are there opportunities for RVA businesses or maybe community members to get involved in supporting the cohort?
Sure. I mean, it always helps, through sponsorship and funding, offering mentorship opportunities, workshops and training, employment partnerships, as we talk about trying to skill, veterans in these areas. I think that's a potential pathway, networking events, and just helping us promote the initiative, through their channels. It's, again, goes back to that grassroots, more people that can help us get the word out. It'll reach the right people.
Yeah, I definitely personally witnessed the power of sponsorship, mentorship, workshops, and the promotion of these initiatives. These partnerships can definitely play a huge role in the cohort success.
Yes,
So,
I agree.
Yeah. So what inspired you to become involved in the AI Ready RVA initiative and stand up the veteran cohort?
Yeah, I think it's with the year I had last year and just having a lot of downtime, and I think it's really started digging into AI, and I really believe a community that's knowledgeable about AI benefits everyone, right? I mean, it's going to change every aspect of our lives at some point. It's not going away. So I think it's focusing on what we're doing on education, demystifying the technology and using it to make, lives better. That's exciting stuff. It's, when you're innovating and changing and you know how to use it for good. I mean, that's short of amazing. I can say, but, and I really believe, like, through our community, right? When the things that we've talked about, I think there's really a lot of smart and passionate people in Richmond. And I know, one of the reasons we stood this up is to be that leader and to be considered, continue to be considered a beacon for AI. I think is, man, it's exciting, right? I want to be a part of that, and I know you do too, Jason. So it's that's why we're doing these things, right?
Yeah, I think speaking for myself and the rest of the AI Ready RVA community, like our passion for giving back to the community and yours to the veteran community is truly remarkable. I've seen some deeply invested business leaders go way outside of their normal means to stand things up and make this magic happen. So I'd say it's clear that our commitment to fostering AI literacy and creating opportunities for growth is deeply rooted in our belief in the power of community.
Yes, and when you look at like veterans, it's, as I mentioned, we're resilient, and it's family. It's, I want to give back to my family. I know the military was good to me, and I know many others, and it's a tight knit group. And you know, if I can throw in and help another vet, I would do that anytime.
Lovely. Yeah. All right. So you've inspired a few people, I'm sure. Now, you mentioned this before, but let's hammer home with it. How can people learn more about AI Ready RVA and the veteran cohort?
I mean, first and foremost, join as a member. You do that, you're gonna be plugged in. Otherwise, keep close to the AI Ready RVA site, or just through one of the numerous social channels that we're on. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. I feel like we're hitting all those channels, but I think the easiest thing is to join, right? We want everybody to be part of this, this change and this transformation. So that's probably the easiest path.
Yeah. Well, there are multiple touch points offered for engagement.
Mhm.
So I think that definitely ensures anyone interested can find their way through the information they're seeking to get involved in a meaningful way, which is what it's all about.
Yes, for sure.
Outstanding. All right. Last but not least, I'd love to wrap this interview up with a fun question for you, Chris.
Sure.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
That's a hard question. I think it would be the ability to instantly understand and share like information and knowledge with anyone anywhere. Because it's hard to learn stuff, and especially like how fast the technology changes. And
Oh
as
my
soon as
God.
you learn something, you're obsolete because it's already passed you by. So if I can pick that stuff up like instantly and share it, I think that'd be my superpower.
I'm with you there. It's clear. It's clear that your passion for community building and innovation shines through here, through your superpower. It reflects your dedication to fostering growth and creating meaningful connections. So, outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I do want to congratulate you on your new role
Thank
and
you.
thank you for your service once again, as well as your passion to help the community develop and grow. We are very fortunate to have you with the team, and I very much look forward to working with you in the future going
Okay.
forward.
Likewise, Jason, and thank you for taking the time to put this together. This is fun. I'm looking forward to seeing more what you're going to do with this, this podcast and the other work we're going to do together. So awesome stuff, man.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
And thanks to our listeners for tuning in today. If you or your company would like to be featured in an Inspire AI Richmond episode, please drop us a message. Don't forget to like, share, or follow our content and stay up to date on the latest events for AI Ready RVA. Thank you again, and see you next time.